Armoured vehicles that the military uses, and we're going to start off with a very small vehicle but a very important vehicle on the armoured battlefield. Before any tank or any armoured force goes forward, they will always want to know what's up ahead of them, and to find that out you need scouting or reconnaissance vehicles. And the vehicle we're driving on now is a very famous reconnaissance vehicle. It was called the Ferret Scout Car, and it was in service with the British Army from the early 1950s all the way through to, they came out of service just after the First Gulf War in the 1990s. And it's an ideal vehicle for reconnaissance because it's small. And if you're small on the battlefield, you're harder for the enemy to see and also harder for the enemy to hit if they're trying to knock you out. For an armoured vehicle, it's also relatively fast. They can go up to about 55 miles an hour on the open road in the Ferret. Two-man crew, commander's in the turret at the top, he's the one with the radio, he's radioing back all the time what he's seeing, and the driver is in the front, and at the moment he's driving around with his hatches open so he can see where he's going. If he comes under fire at all, he closes those hatches down and he looks through glass periscopes. Now inside the museum you can have a go at looking through those glass periscopes. We've got a number of them in there. They're very good in stopping bullets or shrapnel, bits of metal entering the vehicle, wounding the crew, or doing damage to the kit at all. What they're not good for actually is really looking through. When you look out of them, it's like looking through a glass fish tank. They tend to disturb and distort the outside world. So that's why crews most of the time will try and keep their hatches open as long as possible before they close down. Now you'll see on this Ferret, it's got a machine gun in the turret. The truth is though, that machine gun's really there for a bit of moral support for the crew rather than taking on the enemy. If you bump into the enemy in this vehicle, quick burst of machine gun fire to keep their heads down, and then you back off and get out of trouble quick. It's the guys coming up behind you with the tanks that are going to do the fighting. You're there to just find out where the enemy is. And actually to help this vehicle get out of trouble, it's actually got 5 reverse gears as well as 5 forward gears. So if you met a tank coming down a narrow lane, there's none of this faffing around doing a 3-point turn. You just whack it into reverse and you can go as fast backwards as you can forward to get out of trouble. So a very useful feature. Now you'll see things on the Ferret you can see on your car. You've got headlights, side lights, brake lights on the rear. That's because all British Army vehicles have to be road legal. There's other things on this vehicle you won't have on your car. One of them is those stubby little tubes. You'll see on them on turrets of tanks, sometimes on the front wings of vehicles, and they're there to hold a smoke grenade. And the idea is that if you come under attack by the enemy, the driver or commander can press a button, out flies a pack of smoke grenades in front of the vehicle, nice big smoke screen, and you can back off hidden from the enemy without them being able to see you. So again, very useful feature there. You've also got things like tow ropes, pickaxes, various things you're going to need when you're in the field. And those of you can see on the rear engine decks, there's a little silver box there. That's the cooker. Very important. In the British Army, you're expected to look after yourself out on campaign. You don't have hot food brought up to you. So the minute the vehicle stops, straight away, out comes that cooker, and they get a brew on the go. Now, obviously you can see the Ferret's a wheeled vehicle, and sometimes there's advantages to wheels for reconnaissance vehicles. Wheels you tend to be quieter than tracks. You'll hear some tracks in a moment. Tracks make a lot more noise. So if you're trying to sneak up on the enemy, wheels are good. The downside of wheels is they still can't quite go to the places that track vehicles can go to. You can get across terrain in track vehicles that you just can't go to on a 4-wheel drive vehicle like this, mobile though they are. And nowadays, with the Ferret out of service, the British Army is using a track vehicle for its reconnaissance, a vehicle called the Scimitar. That was based on some of your older blokes here. You might remember the old Action Man tank called the Scorpion. That's the one that the Scimitar is actually based on. It's been in service for quite a long time. So that's a Ferret Scout car, that's reconnaissance. I'm going to be asking questions later on, so you've got to be paying attention out there. Reconnaissance and scouting vehicles, finding out where the enemy is and reporting back over